Bata Manga.
There was a really insane person at my old office. She had a serious case of RBF, but she was beautiful. However, you can't be fooled by her looks. She would steal, lie, be violent, and have affairs. She was just one of the worst people you could imagine. She would just keep talking about how men would just keep following her around. Please help me, and wouldn't stop bragging. She thinks that she's some kind of descendant of an elite class bloodline. I honestly thought maybe she had some kind of disease or something, like a mental thing. Also, after she started working there, a lot of weird things started happening in the office. At first, I didn't realize that it was her doing, but things around my desk and lockers started disappearing. I thought maybe someone had used or taken things by accident. I had written my name on a lot of things, so it was a little difficult to believe that someone would mistake it though. I talked to the manager about it and he just kind of looked at me funny.
You're thinking too much. You shouldn't doubt your co-workers.
He said. I was a little sad about the fact that he made me feel bad for losing my stuff. Nothing was really solved in the end. At the time, I liked to take photos and I would help the public affairs and advertisement departments out with their photos. People really liked my photos, but that was more so that my camera was incredible rather than my photography skills. I think anyone who used that camera would be able to take great photos. That co-worker asked me if she could use my camera one day. My nephew is having a field day at school, so I was hoping I could take the photos for his parents. But the camera I have is so old and janky. Can you lend me your camera? She said. I'm sorry, but I can't lend you that camera. Please, I'll return it right away. I can't do it. Sorry, ask someone else. What? Come on, it's fine. I kept telling her no, but she wouldn't just take no for an answer. Eventually, she just took my camera without asking when I left it on my desk. When I came back to my desk, I realized that the camera was gone. Oh no, my camera is gone. I was panicking when one of my co-workers who happened to be passing by said,
Oh, she said that she borrowed it from you and left.
So I called her phone right away. I'll return it by Monday. Don't be so mean. She didn't even make an excuse. It was as if she did anything wrong. But the camera is... Right as I was about to tell her, she hung up on me and then she apparently blocked my number. Come Monday, my co-worker didn't come to work, so the camera, of course, didn't show up either. She took off Tuesday as well. But on Wednesday, she had come into work and the camera was on my desk. I was happy that the camera was returned for a split second before I realized something. The lens cap was taken off and there was a huge scratch on the lens. The corners were also dented in and I tried turning on the camera when I realized that it wouldn't turn on. I went to her to question her, but... Camera? What are you talking about? She pretended not to know what I was talking about. No, you took my camera without my permission. Took it? What are you talking about? You must be losing your mind. Honestly, you shouldn't be bringing a camera that was important to work anyway. I don't know what happened to it, but it's your fault, not mine. She just kept saying things as if she had not a clue in the world. This isn't my camera. This is the section chief's camera. Huh? He lent it to me because he wanted me to help out the advertisement department. He said that the price is close to 10K, but I don't know the exact price. She started panicking a little bit more, but then immediately, I said I have no idea. You broke the camera, and you're sitting here saying that I did something. You're seriously just insane. She yelled. But then I said, I didn't say it was broken. How do you know? Oh. She looked a little frozen. I also felt like it was my fault for leaving it out where anyone could take it too, so we both went out to the section chief. I told him everything that I knew and said that I would pay it back. Then the coworker, "Seriously, how can you leave it out like that when you lent it to her? It's so wrong on her part. She should pay for it, right, Chief?" she said, riding her high and mighty horse. This little... Honestly, I was pretty pissed, but then the chief said,
Neither one of you had any bad intention.
he just left it alone. When I left the room, the coworkers said, "You really dodged a bullet there, huh?" And she patted me on the shoulder. For some reason, her and the manager were called up to the section chief the next day. I don't know what happened, but they were both gone within a week. According to my friends who loved gossip, it was a lie. It wasn't her nephew. She had an affair with a manager, and that's why the manager is separated right now. They even had kids. But apparently, she's been trying to get closer to them to get the manager to divorce his wife. She went to the field day and the wife couldn't make it because of her. So she says. Apparently, the manager I initially talked to about the thefts was having an affair with her. How did the section chief find out? The memory card had photos of them at the field day, apparently. There were also some photos of them in the middle of it as well. The camera had a double slot memory, so she could only took out one memory card but forgot about the other. The second photo contained all of the incriminating evidence. She said that she was basically raped by the manager and screaming that it wasn't her fault, but the section chief saw the photos on the camera and deemed it impossible that she wouldn't have given consent. She still refused to admit any of it, but because all of the other news of her theft and violence came to light, she was terminated the next week. She apparently was violent towards co-workers who had known about the affair and threatened them not to tell anyone. There were even some co-workers who were thrown hard enough against the wall to dislocate their shoulders. The manager knew about everything that she was doing, but ignored it because they were having an affair. He was sent off to the middle of nowhere. The camera was used as evidence for all of the other cases that were brought forward for their wrongdoings. They also had to pay for the camera. The parents of the woman begged all of the people to take the charges down. They insisted they would pay for all the damages that she had committed. Some of the people decided to go with it, but most wanted to see her punished, so they continued to file their charges against her. As a result, she was sent behind bars. She apparently was a regular shoplifter in high school, and she had been dealt by the police numerous times. That, added to all of the current charges, added to a year and 5 months in prison without any chance of parole. She was going to pay off her debt to the society. Her parents probably tried her best to avoid this because they knew she would go to prison if she was charged. A year and a half later, she showed up at the office as if nothing had happened. She apparently came here to ask for a job since she was in the market for one. She wasn't allowed any further than the entrance and she was ignored by all of the employees. The section chief told her to get out as well. A normal person would leave, but not her. "I'm not leaving till you hire me." She was furious. Apparently, she had gone to other interviews as well, but they all turned her down. She must have thought that this was the only place she could go. The police were called up and she was arrested again. The company has been peaceful since. There are some rumors that she may be in prison again, but I just hope she never shows up around me again.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. What did you think of today's episode? Leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on today's story. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe!